Hey guys, how's it going? Boom Slime here. Welcome to my channel. So today I purchased about 88,000 cards from a guy named Art, who I've been buying cards from off and on for like the past year and a half. And so I decided to go ahead and go through one with you guys today. Frankly, because I couldn't wait to kind of dig in myself. A little excited. So um, I did bring one box upstairs to go through with you guys. The rest are still downstairs. But while I was unloading the boxes, I noticed inside one of the other boxes was this little cluster of oddly shaped something. So I decided to reach inside and see what it was. I pulled it out, and turns out, and I had to put them on this white backing so you can see them better. Hey Jay, how's it going? Alex. Um, Here they are. I've never seen these before. And apparently they're phone cards. And I guess it's good for $1. Cal Ripken Jr. They're all the same player. They're all Cal Ripken Jr.'s. They're phone cards, and they're long expired. There's a 30 card set, supposedly. So this is 18 of 30. 16 of 30, sorry. And put out by Classic. So 1996 Classic Marketing, and Sprint was the cell phone um, company that I guess produced these. So never seen them. Pretty cool. So I had to snatch them out of that one box and see what it was. And there just happened to be like 20 of them there. So they're plastic and just neat, different. I've never seen these before. So I'm gonna be scratched because it's actually, I mean, the card is just kind of inked onto the back there with their inking processes. So you don't want to scratch the backs. So today I met up with Art and I purchased 88, ended up being like almost 28 boxes, 28 3,200 count boxes. One box was missing one row of cards, so it was like 3 rows in it instead of 4. Um, so $100. Um, yeah, I kind of know I have my New Year's resolution. If you saw my other, well, New Year's resolution video, first off, you seen that I had said, oh, I'm not going to buy any cards this year. I'm going to wait till the national and or the card shows that come up, and that didn't last long. So, um, hey, Gorilla family, how's it going? Welcome, guys. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, this guy Art, I've been dealing with him for like the past year and a half, and so he told me he used to be in the business and not having a shop, but he used to be a guy that went around to a lot of the shows. So he has a lot of contacts, and he said at one point he had 20 million cards in his kind of business. You know what I mean? So he had a 20 million card inventory. Now that includes all the sports: football, baseball, hockey, basketball. And um, he I told him I was only interested in his baseball because he still has football and basketball and hockey, I would assume. But I told him I was only interested in that, and I know he's got a guy that he goes to too, and he definitely has someone that he's selling his other sports to. But I turned him down on all that. That was just going to be, for me, too much. I mean, right now this is borderline, kind of ridiculous, crazy. But anyway, I wanted to share at least. So I did bring up one box, and you see they're just all randomly hodgepodged in there. And I wanted to just sort through, see what we come up with. See, again, the bulk of these are just going to be commons, of course, but I've come across those obscure rookie cards that were passed over, missed, could have been stuck together. So let's just see what we come up with. Some paper loss on that one. Paper loss, paper loss. So I'm gonna assume there's gonna be like a ton of different manufacturers in these boxes, different years. Obviously, that's the way his boxes run, is just like they're kind of hodgepodged up in here. So I'm not gonna take the time probably to sort them all because that would just take way too long. The last 3,200 count box I went through the other day took like 3 hours. So I don't want to chew up the rest of y'all Sunday. I did, however, go back through that box because there were some more of these Fleers, of these 89 Fleers that I had passed over some of those error cards. And I went back and verified, also was made aware of another error, 2 other cards that were, the backs were mixed over, and I found a bunch of those cards, but none of them were errors. They were all corrected versions. So that's just the way it goes. So I am just going to go through these kind of quickly. Oops. I met Doug Brokaw. He was in the Padres minor league system when I was living out there in Las Vegas. Guess he's playing catcher. He's got a catcher's mitt as a pitcher. But ran into him a lot. Got several of his autographs. So Swindell, that's one of John's memes. nothing there. So basically just all common so far, but like you never know. And that's why I buy these big bulk lots. So if you guys that joined late, here you go. In the comment section, leave a comment if you've seen these or if you have any of these in your PCs. If you've ever, I've never seen them till today. They're phone cards made by Classic. It's on the back. It says Classic and Sprint. And they were worth $1 worth of phone time, I guess. It says $1 on it. These are all the same. They're all Cal Ripken Juniors. But I had never seen them until today. So I figured I'd bring them up. They were in a different box. I just said, whoa, what's this? It caught my eye and figured, why not? Charlie Huff. Delano DeShields. These are football cards. That's kicker for the Chiefs, Nick Lowry, yeah. Joey Browner for the Vikings. Joey Browner, look at that. And this goes with, I don't have any of them out. So there's two football cards mixed in. Frank Viola. Mike Scioscia. Hey JT, how's it going? Hunter, how's it going? No, this is just Hunter. This is just a box I purchased today. Not just a box. I actually purchased 27 and say 27 and a half boxes. So it's almost 88,000 cards for $100. Ted Williams Card Company. Going to be a lot of Hall of Famers in here probably. Let's see. Maybe I'm wrong. Lou Burdett. Vada Blue is not. Campaneris is not. Ray Boone is not. Jim Grant is not. Maybe there's not going to be. Rocky Colavito is, I believe. Not Buddy Bell. Minnie Minosa. He played a long ass time. He played when he was very old for the White Sox. But he's probably not in the Hall of Fame. Billy Buckner. Bobby Grich. Jim Fregosi. Maury Wills. Don Newcomb. He's got to be in the Hall of Fame. Carl Erskine, Ron Say. Here's Dottie Kamenishki Shek, whatever. One of the women in baseball. Here's Marge Wenzel. Pepper Davis. Armando Vasquez, Negro Leagues. Max Manning, Negro Leagues. Lester Lockett, Negro Leagues. Buck Leonard, he may even be in the Hall of Fame. I have to check that out when I'm done. Going North checklist. Roy Campanella, Bob Gibson, Boog Powell. Yeah. Jim Gilliam, Earl Weaver should be in the Hall of Fame. Monty Irvin might be in the Hall of Fame. Johnny Mize is probably not. Boog Powell is not. Checklist. Don Newcomb. Sam Jethro. There's Jim Gilliam again. Larry Doby is a Hall of Famer. Joe Black, not sure. Cowan Hyde. Someone named Duckett. Marlon Carter. Lyman Bostock Jr. Senior, I'm sorry. There's another Bostock that played too, so his son probably played. Gene Benson. Garnett Blair. Checklist. Kurt Flood. And Boog Powell. So, Ted Williams Card Company didn't last very long, I don't think. You know, with all the competition with the card companies, back then it's hard to stay in business when they're massively outproducing you, and you're just trying to start out. So, all right, Avery, Kindle, Donovan Osborne. Now we got a stack of Mike Perez's here for some reason. Ray Lankfords. Joe Porter. Chris Bazio. Willie Randolph. This doesn't look like a real card. Looks funny. Oh, it's because it's an update, that's why. Don't have many updates from those years. Lipstash, Seroff, Gorman Thomas, Gary Matthews, Okay, 11, 12, 13 of that guy. How many Petrales do we have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 Petrales. 9 Jack Howells. And Jamie Kokenauer had 4 cards. And we're just going to have to start stacking them up here. Just because we're going to run out of room if we try to individually stack stuff. Dan Plesac. Here's an update one because it looks just so, in person, it looks just so fake on the front. There's no gloss, there's nothing. It's got a little ding on the corner there for senior. There's another one. So these are part of the update sets. It's a bad year for Upper Deck because they all have paper loss here to some degree. Tommy Herr won a batting title back in his day. Or maybe 2. Jim Eisenreich. God, what did he suffer from? Tourette's. He had Tourette's syndrome. For those of you who didn't know that. It's when they say things they can't help themselves. Like he used to swear, I guess, a lot during interviews. He would just come out with some crazy stuff. Rick Sutcliffe for the Orioles. There's Eisenreich again. Jeff Reardon was a very good closer in his time. Vinny Castillo. Brad Ausmus. Not much of a player, but a decent manager, right? Probably better known as a manager than a player. But then So is Joe Girardi, I would assume. Decent catcher, but better known as a manager than a player. That was the showdown, right? Eckersley didn't strike Gibson out. Gibson hit that home run. Mike Greenwell, Big Ben. Okay, so this Mike Heath card is one of the error cards that I didn't talk about the other day when I did my sort for these error cards. So the Mike Heath card should have like a different back from the card number like 130, which is another Detroit Tom Brookins or someone like that. Their backs were mixed up. This is the corrected version. John Kruk. Got Drabek. Big Ben McDonald didn't pan out. Oops. Rob Dibble, very good closer for the Cincinnati Reds. See a die cut in here. Dramatic comeback, Mike Scioscia. Steve Sachs. I met him. Got his autograph on some cards too. Henry Mercedes. Benito Santiago, Juan Samuel, Ron Gant, Kent Herbeck, Van Slyke, Viola, Gibson. Yeah, Paul Gibson. Yeah, Gaetti. Yep. Davis. Glenn Davis. Greenwell. That is Greenwell. Now begins with a B, I think. Belcher? Yes. Back to him. That's Bell. George Bell, yep. Browning. Stewart. Dave Stewart. Stewart. Oh, look at those glasses. Does that guy look familiar to any of you guys out there? Chris Sabo. Never saw that card. Card number 40 of 60 in the set. Yeah, nope. Walt Weiss. Can't see the face. Too skinny to be Fisk. Dave Gallagher. Would not have guessed. Jerry Remy. Nope. Jody Reed. Missed that one. Cecil Espy. Yes. God. Should know him. He pitched for the Phillies too. Jack Clark. Kirk Gibson. Jeff Ridden with that beard. Tony Fernandez. Oh, the name's right here. Duh. Danny Jackson. Never mind. Damon Berryhill and Bruce Hurst. All right. Bill Spires. Jay Buhner. Marty Barrett. Oh, you know what? This is a Tiffany. This is a Tiffany card. We got 2 out of that box yesterday too, right? This is a Tiffany card. Look at that. Another one. Marty Barrett, former Las Vegas. I don't know if he lives in Las Vegas yet or not, but he was living in Vegas. We're going to put that off to the side. This is a Tiffany card too. Got all the gloss on the front and the white cardstock for the back. Wow. Interesting. Got 2 Tiffany yesterday. I got 2 in the first box today. Maybe that's an omen. Josh Phelps. J.D. Drew. Michael Kadire. Always a hard name to pronounce. Jim Pitsley. Die cut upper deck. That's cool. Gant. Virtual Wally Wander. Come on, give me a Billy Ripken. Ain't gonna be no Billy Ripkins in here. Be a cold day and heck if they left the Billy Ripkins in here. But you never know. Sometimes it might just slip their mind when they're going through these boxes. They forgot it was in here. Who knows? Like those Tiffany's. All right, here's a Jeff Treadway card. If you see like a blue bullseye, like almost like it's actually going to be like a printer's mark where they mark the end of the pages, and the laser, when it catches it, it's supposed to stop printing. There's one on the outside of the card on the Treadway card. This one is the corrected error. It's not there, so. Manny Trio, not off cut. Bobby Bonilla. Met Mike Dunn. I got his autograph on a couple cards. Jack McDowell. And they're not in any type of order. Tommy Herr. Bobby Thigpen. DJ Searhoff. Scott Leius. Brian Jordan was a two-way player, right? He played football for the Atlanta Falcons and baseball for the St. Louis Cardinals. For those of you who didn't know that, he was a two-way athlete too. But unlike Dion, he was good at both. Oh, here's an insert card. Joe Oliver. Leaf gold. All right, that's one row down. I'll put those there. And 3 to go. So that's about 800 cards. 800 down. Bob Horner, I don't know if you guys heard this before, but I'm sure I said it before. He hit 4 home runs in one game once. Kind of like that's a pinnacle of home run hitting. If you can hit 3 in a game is great. If you hit 4, it's like almost unheard of. Tommy Gregg, update card. Roger McDowell, these are all updates there. These are updates too. Mike Smithson. Rex Hudler. There's another Swindell card. Rookie card. Here's an insert from Pinnacle. Team 2000, Reggie Jefferson. Diamond Kings, Swindell. Carlos Baerga. Swindell. So that's 4 Swindell cards already. The other one's in there somewhere. I just decided, you know what, I'm going to see how many we come across in this box. Swindell. Look at that. I just turned it sideways to see who it was, and I'm like, oh, because I've never seen this card before. Lots of paper loss on those. Willie Randolph. Hey, Hall of Famer Lee Smith. Look at that. Oh, Lee Smith. We got 2 Hall of Famers. There's a gold card, Topps Gold, Mike Perez. That's why I haven't seen that card before, because it's an update card, traded card, whatever set. There's another Lee Smith and another Lee Smith. So if someone didn't care for Lee Smith, they'd have picked him out, I guess, when they were putting this box together. Dave Nielsen, in case you guys didn't know, he's like the only Australian to play Major League Baseball. I don't know if there's anyone since him, but at one point he was the only Australian-born player in Major League Baseball. Ben Sheets. Okay. Dan Plesac, traded. Cecil Cooper, off cut. Oh, look, a Robin Yount. Paul Molitor. Okay. Plesac again. And the only reason I point out Dan Plesac is, number one, his nephew's playing Major League Baseball now, and as a pitcher, I forget for what team, but he's also one of the voiceovers in MLB The Show 19 that I've been playing. Moose Haas. Ted Simmons, Hall of Famer, right? Charlie Moore. Jeff Cirillo. John Jaha. Here's one I've never seen. This Bill Wegman. I do have a complete factory set, but it's not open, so I've never looked at all the cards in there. So this is a traded card. There's Dave Nielsen. Don't remember ever seeing that card either. Oh, these are updated right there. Kevin Seitzer. Plesac again. Tom Lampkin, met him. He used to play in the Padres minor league system. Not the nicest of guys. Brian Harper used to be on the Twins back in their good heydays when the Twins were really good. Fleer League Leaders. Plesac again. Never seen that card. Giovanni Gallardo. BT93. So what? They made a Boeing, not Boeing, Bowman traded set or update set. I've never seen that before. That's new. To me, new. Matt Miski. Oh, here's a Kevin Seitzer insert card with the gold instead of the red foil. John Allrood. Pete Harnish. Quentin McCracken. Greg Jeffries. Charles Johnson. Who's this? Matt White. Minor league. Mark Gruzelanek. That's a gold insert card. Melvin Nevins. There's a Paul Molitor, Hall of Famer. Yount, Hall of Famer. Met Mark Knudson. He played in the Padres minor league system out in Las Vegas. A lot of Brewers. Oh, another Yount slipped by him. This one's got, but it's not a scratch on the card that I can see. I can't. Yeah, I guess it is. I can barely feel it. His name was messed up. Molitor, Diamond Kings. Well, that was a big run of Brewers. in there. Tony Batista. Jim Eisenreich. There. Pete Incaviglia, Von Hayes, Todd Worrell, Wally Joyner with Dale Murphy, Brian Ricard, Dante Bichette, Charlie Hayes, Mike Flanagan, Rick Dempsey, Kevin Seitzer, see the names on these. Wilson, Preston Wilson. There you go, Mark Kotze, Jared Wright, Devon White, Javi Lopez, Marquise Grissom, Sean Casey, Tony Clark, AJ Piznarski, Clark again, Pete Harnish, Taubensee, Palmer, Daryl Kyle, rest in peace, Ochoa, Alex Ochoa, Larry Sutton, Piznarski again, Urbania, Fernando, Sigurnale, whatever, Edgar Renteria, David Segui, Fernando Tatis Sr., that's Daddy Tat, Jim Leyritz, Manwaring, Jeremy Giambi, Jeff Jenkins, John Valentin, Ryan Miner, Royce Clayton, and Ramon Martinez. Very hard to see the names on those cards. All right, what do we have here? We have a couple of 86 Fleer update. Never heard of any of those guys. Here's an insert, William Sorio. Oh, look. Ta-da. There it is. Paul Molitor, Sheffield, Mike Matheny, here's the Topps Gold winner, Jamie Navarro, Plesac, Greg Brock, Greg Vaughn, Searhoff, Spires, Brock, Wegman. This is Dave Parker, Navarro, Spires, Darrell Hamilton, Mark Knudson, Juan Nieves, highlights. Chad Moeller, Teddy Higuera, All-Star card. Well, a lot of Brewers in this box. Kevin Seitzer, a little Teddy Higuera. These must all be like updates or something because I don't recognize the cards at all. And they are. That's not it for a while. There's more. All right. All right, halfway done with the box. 2 sleeves down. 2 to go. Cesar Hernandez. Not the modern Cesar Hernandez who played for the Phillies last year. Kurt Knudson. Donovan Osborne. David Mead. Raul Mondesi. Henry Mercedes. Derek May. Hey, look, a Hall of Famer. Pedro Martinez. 92 Donruss, the rookie set. If I can find, yeah, there they are. Damn, his back got sawed off right in his hand. Right down to the fists. Darryl Kyle. Matt Stairs. He had a decent career as a guy coming off the bench, pinch hitting for you. Henry Rodriguez. I met him in my league for the Dodgers, but they came to town a lot. Got a lot of his autographs. And look who leads off this, Chris Sabo. Ramon Martinez, that's Pedro's brother. John Kruk, putting the tag on Kirk Gibson. Dave Stewart. Todd Van Poppel. Bust. Looks like it's raining very hard in that picture where Dunston is. Spanky LaValliere. Mitch the Wild Thing Williams. Bobby Witt was a good pitcher. Mediano Duncan. Steve Sachs for the White Sox. Frank Viola. of them. Put some of these away to make room for some other ones. Let's see what we got here. Hall of Famer Simmons, right? Dodgers Blue Worlds Championship. Dodgers Secret Weapon. Key. Benito. Chris Sabo again. And we got a Raul Mondesi Sportflix and a Andres Galarraga Big Cat. Chan-Ho Park, Vinny Castilla, Ben Grieve, another Tony Clark, Sandy Alomar Jr., Jimmy Key, Javi Lopez, Steve Avery, Dutch Dalton, Delano DeShields Sr., Chili Davis, Benito Santiago, Marquise Grissom, JT Snow, Todd Zio. What do we have here? Mondesi and Salmon, Giambi and Caminetti, two juicers, a Mo Vaughn and a Jeff Conine, a Knobloch and a Bryden Jordan, Bernie Williams and Todd Hundley, Albert Bell and a Sammy Sosa, Jim Thome and a Barry Larkin, two Hall of Famers, Palmeiro and a McGriff, Ken Griffey Jr. and Andres Galarraga, Ivan Rodriguez and Barry Bonds, Wetland, Pizarro, Apier, and Alex Fernandez. Scott Spezio, rookie. Jim Eisenreich again. Looks like Vance Law diving back into first base. Rafael Palmeiro, Ramon Martinez. Templeton. Louis Soul. Checklist. Mark Grant, Pete Harnish, Greg Olson, John Tudor, Steve Finley, Jack Clark, Jerome Walton, Derek May, Chili Davis, Santiago, Joyner, Tewksbury, Palmer, Javi Lopez, Ray Langford, Solano De Shields, Sean Dunston, Joyner again, Langford again, Tewksbury, Todd Worrell, Sandy Alomar, Santiago. Who's on here? Oops, sorry, bumped the camera over my head. Yoakum. Jim Abbott. Tony Clark. Billy Ripken, wrong Ripken. Alan Bennis. Kent Hill, rest in peace. Bernard Gilkey makes an appearance. Charlie Huff. Sandy Alomar Jr., Kenny Lofton, Jermaine Allensworth, Mickey Rivers Jr. Safe to say his dad was Mickey Rivers from the Angels, Yankees, and I forget who else he may have played for. And a Johnny Mitchell football card for the Jets. 3 football cards so far. Bobby Bonilla with the Orioles. Delano DeShields, Rick Aguilera. Marquise Grissom, Sandy Alomar again. Aguilar again. Grissom again. Bobby Bow again. Frankie Rodriguez. Lenny Dykstra, Vince Coleman. Brett Butler, Chili Davis. Brian Hunter, checklist. Jose Mesa, Frankie Rodriguez. Nord Gilkey again. Jermaine Dye. Charles Nagy. And David Bell. Johnny Damon. Mickey Morandini. Checklist. Tewksbury. Santiago. Sean Green Gold Cup. Javi Lopez. Chuck Knobloch. Carlos Baerga. Vince Coleman. Dykstra. Frankie Rodriguez. Baerga. Jermaine Dye. Sean Green again. Kenny Lofton. Bartolo Colon rookie card. Very skinny in the face, Bartolo is. Very long career, though, for Bartolo, that's for sure. Enrique Wilson was good for a couple years there for Cleveland. Ray Ordonez had some good years with the Mets. These updates, yeah, they are, because none of them look familiar. Danny Jackson. More update cards. Kent Tekulve. Ooh, it's the corrected version. So on this 91 Upper Deck, right? Yeah. 91 Upper Deck. This card here that has Lou Brock, Ricky Henderson on. The error card, the date is not there. It just has the 9/39, no date. So there we go. We'll focus one day. But anyway, the error card has no date. I don't know what's going on around my town, but I've been hearing sirens for the longest time, and I don't live in like a big city, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you guys have been hearing them in the background or not. All right, we are 3/4 of the way done. We got one last stick to go. One last row of cards. And that'll conclude matters here tonight. So it definitely looks like they went through a big stack of Brewers boxes when they put this one together, like Brewers cards, because there's a lot of Brewers. Whether that's just kind of the way things worked out, or I don't know. Ted Simmons, Hall of Famers right there. So he just ripped off 3 Ted Simmons cards. Oop, there's an ink goof up. Something, I don't know, got stuck on the press or something, and it didn't get fully inked. Some of the colors were missed. Some people call that an error, and the next thing you know, it'd be on eBay for like $100, $200. Paul Molitor, Ben McDonald, Jeff D'Amico. Oh, never seen one of these. Gardeners. Tom Tellman, pitcher, Brewers. Well, what is a Gardeners? Don't know, but it's got a Topps back on it. Interesting, Topps. Printed it. But have no idea what Gardeners is. That's different. Rick Cerone. Oh, here's something. Topps Collector Series Superstar Gorman Thomas. Never saw them before. Apparently all I have is the Gorman Thomas here. Nice crease in that card. Jeff Jenkins. Molitor. Richie Sexton. Bill Spires. Getting down there. The last couple hundred. Probably about 500 more cards. Willie Randolph. Stadium Club draft pick, Mike Harrison. Oh, look, Paul Molitor, Stadium Club. All-Star. Nice. Teddy Higuera, Topps Mini. All right. Frank Lucchese. I got cards of him like from 1972 when he was a manager for the Phillies, I believe. It doesn't give us managing, it's a checklist. There's two Hall of Famers, Murray and Ripken Jr. Whitey Herzog's a Hall of Famer. He signs TTM. But he charges like $10, I believe. So if you're gonna send to Whitey, I think you gotta send like $10. Still, it's a cheap Hall of Famer autograph. You know, you'd probably pay more for it at a show because with all the promoters' fees and stuff. Surely have. Dick Williams, rest in peace. He's a Hall of Famer though. I got a bunch of his autographs back in the day. Mike Dunn is a hard autograph to get. It's hard. He doesn't sign. I got his in person. I'm not sure if it was at a minor league game or if it was at a card show one time, but very hard to get him TTM, I hear. Ken Howell, rest in peace. There's Dick Williams again. Gus Polidor, he was killed a long time ago. He's from a Central American country at one time. He lived there. And during the off season, he went home and there was a victim of like a mugging or burglary at his house. Where was he from? Born in Caracas, Venezuela. Lives in Caracas. Yeah, well, he went home during the off season and was murdered. They ran off. Well, the helicopter's out. That must mean the cops are looking for someone. Even though not even that big of a town. Apparently they had to call in the police for someone. Gary Sheffield. Rookie. Ted Simmons. What's this Brave doing in the middle of all these Brewers? We'll take it. Cecil Cooper. Kirby Puckett, Juan Nieves, and Mike Schmidt. Sportflix from 87 season highlights. So these are 88 sport. No, it says 87. So 87, 88 Sportflix. Eric Karros. Jeff Cirillo, blowing a bubble gum. Blowing on some bubble gum. Jeff Jenkins, draft pick card. Kevin Seitzer. Oh, the old bubble gum stain. Look at that. If you can see it there. Yeah. The old bubble gum. Paul Molitor, another Molitor. Graham Lloyd. He might have been an Australian too. First Australian pitcher ever to pitch in the major leagues. So both Australians ended up playing for the Brewers. Graham Lloyd and Dave Nilsson. Oops. Doesn't say where he was born. What's this? Dave Nilsson. Omega 1999. that. All right, this is it right here. This guy, he's a pitcher. He's got a bat in his hand, batting gloves, eye black. And let's see, how many hits has he? I think, well, in my game, Road to the Show 2019, the other announcer makes fun of him because he had like one whole hit in his whole career. So, Pat Lipstash from Classic. Okay. And that's it. Finito, guys. That was the last little stack of cards. And that's going to do it for this video. Unless you guys have any questions, comments, observations, inputs, whatever. We did pull down some corrected error cards. Right, with the date. The back was matched the front. We pulled down 2 Tiffany's. Right, 2 Tiffany cards. And some Hall of Famers, albeit the same guys. A lot of Mollivers and Younts. A couple Simmons. We did pull down a Pedro. And started it all off with Lee Smiths. So, I need a drink. I'll put these up here because they're just cool. Never seen them before. Ooh. Hey, John, how's it going? Whew, I need a drink. That's a lot of talking. Hey, guys, thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. All right. Well, that's going to be it, guys, unless you have any questions. No? All right. Then I'm going to shut it off here. I'm going to see who else is doing their things. I don't know if John has done his weekend recap or not. But oh, yes, I did find a Sabo couple, actually. But they're back in the stack. They're not out with my guys that I consider, good. I understand, like the Canseco's, the McGuires, guys like that are favorites, but Sabo doesn't quite fall in that category. Okay. I'm getting some notifications across there, and I was right about Junk Wax Girl. I think that's who it was. That she had a black and white photo, And I said the guy's signature looked like it was Pie Trainer. I was right. Woo woo. But anyway, all right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. And if you haven't already subscribe, go ahead and do so now. And hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed it. And click on that notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I post another one. Tell all your friends, right? Spread the word. I'm still trying to grow my channel. I did scratch the surface of 750 at one point, but it fell off right after that. So I want to maintain that 750 before I do my 750 subscriber giveaway, which is a huge pot of goodies. All right. And that being said, guys, I'm going to sign out for now. So, yeah, it's Boom Slang signing out, guys, saying thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Peace. And we'll see you in the next one. Good night.